Welcome back, Timeless Pennies, to the channel, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of coins, currency, collectibles, and million-dollar treasures that could be hiding right in your pocket change. Today's video is going to blow your mind because we are talking about a coin that seems so ordinary, yet it's capturing the attention of collectors around the globe. That's right, we're diving into the mystery, value, and unbelievable market story of the 2017 P. Roosevelt dime. Yes, a 10-cent piece minted in 2017, featuring the Philadelphia Mint mark, that some claim could be worth up to $54 million. That's not a typo. $54 million. So sit tight, smash that like button, and let's take a deep dive into how an everyday dime became one of the most talked about coins in modern numismatics. Let's start at the beginning. The Roosevelt dime has been an iconic piece of American currency since 1946. It was introduced to honor President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, shortly after his passing. He wasn't just any president, he led the country through the Great Depression and World War II. But what's lesser known is that Roosevelt was also a huge advocate for the fight against polio. Having been diagnosed with the disease himself, the March of Dimes charity campaign was launched during his presidency, and it played a major role in funding research that eventually led to the polio vaccine. So when the U.S. Mint needed to decide who to honor on the new dime, FDR was the perfect choice. It was both a tribute and a symbol of hope. Now fast forward to 2017. That's when the U.S. Mint struck millions of Roosevelt dimes, but something special happened that year. For the first time since 1980, the Philadelphia Mint began placing its mint mark, a small letter P, on dimes again. Prior to 1980, dimes minted in Philadelphia didn't have a mint mark at all. Then in 1980, they started using the P, but in 2017, the P mint mark was featured on the Roosevelt dime to commemorate the 225th anniversary of the United States Mint. That makes the 2017 P. Roosevelt dime a first-of-its-kind commemorative strike for modern collectors. It's the only dime ever to bear the P mint mark solely in celebration of the Mint's anniversary. That alone makes it special. But we're just getting started. Let's talk numbers. The U.S. Mint produced an estimated 2.3 billion Roosevelt dimes in 2017. That's a massive mintage. And yes, most of them are worth face value. But as with any collectible, it's not always about the quantity, it's about the quality, the rarity, and the errors. And here's where things get really interesting. Among those billions of coins, there have been confirmed cases of error dimes, and these are the real jackpot tickets. Some of the rarest and most valuable 2017 P. Roosevelt dimes include off-center strikes, where the image and lettering are misaligned doubled dies, especially noticeable in the lettering or Roosevelt's facial. Features clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin is literally missing. Transitional errors, struck on planchets meant for other years or denominations, and these aren't just novelties. Some error dimes from 2017 have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the type and grade. For example, a 2017 P. Roosevelt dime with a dramatic double die error in pristine uncirculated condition sold at auction for over $3,000. Another coin with an off-metal error was reportedly offered for more than $10,000. So what does this tell us? That lurking among billions of common dimes are a few hidden gems, rare, valuable, and highly sought after by collectors. Okay, now let's talk about that $54 million claim. This is the part everyone's curious about. There's a buzz online, articles, YouTube videos, Reddit threads, all hinting at a 2017 P. Roosevelt dime that sold or is being offered for $54 million. But how true is it, of the reality? Most mainstream auction houses and professional grading companies like PCGS and NGC have no official record of a Roosevelt dime ever selling for that amount. So why is this number floating around? Here are some possible explanations. It could be a privately listed coin, posted at an absurd asking price on online marketplaces like eBay or heritage auctions. Yes, coins are often listed for millions, even if they never sell at that price. It might be tied to an ultra-rare combination of minting errors or experimental strike, something not publicly disclosed. Or it could be internet hype, a viral number meant to grab attention. That said, never dismiss the possibility. The coin collecting world has seen outrageous sales before. In 2021, a rare 1794 flowing hair silver dollar sold for over $10 million. Another coin, the 1933 Double Eagle, fetched $18.9 million. So while $54 million is extreme, in the world of numismatics, nothing is impossible. For most 2017 P. Roosevelt dimes, the value is between 10 cents and $1 if they're in regular circulated condition, but if you've got a high-grade uncirculated specimen, especially one graded MS-67 or higher, it could sell for $50 to $150. Depending on the market, add in a rare error, and the price jumps significantly. We're talking hundreds to thousands of dollars. The record holders are coins with dramatic minting errors and near-perfect grades. And these coins are only increasing in value due to rising demand and dwindling supply. So, what should you look for if you want to find a valuable 2017 P. Roosevelt dime? Here's your checklist. Look for the P mint mark just above the date. Inspect the coin for errors, especially doubling, misalignment, or missing elements. Use a magnifying glass or a coin loop to check for tiny details. If you find something interesting, consider getting the coin graded by PCGS or NGC. Watch for coins with deep mirror-proof-like surfaces, a rare trait in business strike coins, and remember, condition is king. Coins that are shiny, uncirculated, and untouched by time are always more valuable. So is there a 2017 P. Roosevelt dime worth $54 million? Maybe. Maybe not. But what's crystal clear is this: the 2017 P dime is a unique and historic coin, one that marked a special moment in U.S. mint history and continues to capture the imagination of collectors. Whether you find one worth 10 cents or $10,000, this coin is a perfect reminder the treasure could be hiding in plain sight, right in your pocket change. So keep checking your coins. Keep learning. Keep collecting. Because you never know, the next coin you find could change your life. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more coin content, and drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare dime or have questions about your collection. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting. Coin fam, would you like a thumbnail title or description for the video as well? To the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for all things coins, currency, and collectibles. Today, we've got a jaw-dropping episode for you. We're diving deep into the story, value, and unbelievable claims surrounding the 2015 D. Roosevelt dime. Yes, you heard that right, some people are saying this tiny coin could be worth up to $54 million. But how is that even possible? Is it real? Is it hype? Or is there something more to this little piece of American currency that you need to know? Stick around to the end, because we're going to cover everything: the history of the Roosevelt dime, what makes the 2015 D special, the market trends, known errors, grading values, and of course, the truth behind that eye-popping $54 million price tag. The history of the Roosevelt dime. Let's start with a little background. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, following the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt in 1945. Roosevelt was honored not just for his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, but also because he was a strong advocate for the March of Dimes, a campaign to fight polio, the disease he personally battled. The U.S. Mint replaced the Mercury dime with the Roosevelt dime in 1946, and it's been in continuous production ever since. Designed by John R. Sinek, the dime features a left-facing portrait of FDR on the obverse and a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch on the reverse, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Over the decades, there have been several changes to the dime, including composition changes in 1965 when the mint stopped using silver for regular circulation coins. But despite these changes, the Roosevelt dime remains one of the most circulated and recognized coins in America. Part 2, the 2015 D. Roosevelt dime. What's the big deal? Now, let's talk specifically about the 2015 D. Roosevelt dime. Minted in Denver, the D mint mark on the coin indicates its origin. This year wasn't particularly rare in terms of mintage. In fact, the U.S. Mint produced over 1.4 billion Roosevelt dimes in 2015. Yes, billion with a B. So why are some people claiming that this dime could be worth millions? The answer lies in the rarity of error coins, high-grade examples, misstrikes, and a combination of viral hype and extreme numismatic interest. Let's unpack that. Errors and variance, the real value drivers. Here's where things get really interesting. While a standard 2015 D. Roosevelt dime in circulated condition is worth exactly what it says, 10 cents, there are a few extremely rare examples that break the mold. Some collectors have discovered error coins, that is, dimes with mistakes made during the minting process. These can include off-center strikes, where the image is not properly aligned, double dies, where elements of the design appear doubled, missing clad layers, where the coin appears copper-colored due to missing outer metal, misaligned dice, transitional errors. Although rare in modern coins with these errors, especially in pristine condition, can command hundreds to thousands of dollars at auction, depending on how dramatic and unique the error is. But to get to values in the millions, let alone $54 million, we'd need something truly extraordinary, a one-of-a-kind minting error, a flaw of national significance. or perhaps a coin tied to a historical event or hidden mystery. And that brings us to the heart of the $54 million claim. Is there really a $54 million 2015 D. Roosevelt dime? Let's be real. Number 2015 D. Roosevelt dime has ever sold for $54 million. In fact, the most valuable dimes in U.S. history are usually those minted in the 18th and 19th centuries, coins like the 1894 S. Barber dime, which can fetch upwards of $2 million due to its incredible rarity. So, where does the $54 million figure come from? The likely source is a mix of misinformation, viral social media posts, and clickbait headlines that spiral out of control. These often claim that an everyday coin in your pocket could be worth millions, and while that's a tantalizing idea, it's not typically grounded in reality. That said, this does not mean that your 2015 D dime is worthless. Quite the opposite. Some high-grade versions of this coin, particularly those graded MS68 or higher by third-party services like PCGS or NGC, can sell for hundreds or even over $1,000, but $54 million? That's deep into fantasy territory, unless a coin is tied to a lost hoard, secret minting experiment, or interstellar alien metal. We're not seeing that price point anytime soon. Market trends and grading values. Let's get into real market values. If you have a 2015 D. Roosevelt dime and it's uncirculated, sharp in detail, and possibly a mint state 67 or 68, it could be worth $50 to $500, depending on demand and population. Coins graded MS68 FB, that's full bands, referring to fully struck horizontal lines on the torch, are extremely hard to find and much more valuable. These coins have been known to fetch $800 to $1,500 at auction in top condition. As of now, the highest auction sale of a 2015 D. Roosevelt dime in mint state condition sits in the low four-figure range, not millions. But the market is always shifting. As coin collecting gains popularity, especially with the rise of digital coin communities and YouTube influencers, demand for high-grade modern coins continues to grow. And don't forget, the Roosevelt dime is still a key piece in many modern proof sets and annual mint collections, so condition is everything. So what should you look for? If you want to turn your pocket change into treasure, here's what you need to do. Inspect your 2015 D dimes closely. Use a magnifying glass to check for mint errors like doubling, missing layers, or off-center strikes. Look for strong strike details. Check the torch on the reverse. Do you see clear, separated bands? If yes, that could mean a full bands designation, which increases value. Check the condition. Coins with no scratches, dings, or wear are your best bet for grading. Consider professional grading. If you think you have something special, submit your coin to PCGS or NGC. A high mint state grade can significantly increase its value. Stay up to date with market trends. Watch auction results, follow coin forums, and subscribe to numismatic YouTube channels like this one. So, is there a 2015 D. Roosevelt dime worth $54 million? Almost certainly not. But can certain examples of this coin be worth hundreds or even thousands due to condition or mint errors? Absolutely. And who knows, maybe you'll be the one to discover a never-before-seen variation that rewrites the books. Coin collecting is about more than just money. It's about history, mystery, and the thrill of the hunt. That's why we love it. That's why we do this. So keep checking your change, keep looking close, and maybe, just maybe, you'll find your own piece of hidden treasure. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome coin content. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a valuable dime, or if you want us to investigate another coin next time. Until then, keep collecting and stay curious. Peace. Let me know if you want this turned into a voiceover script, video text overlays, or if you want to focus more on a particular coin series.